Yes guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102. Time for a video on the uncapping of the 20 attribute. Now, I've hit on this before here and there, and I've explained how you apply it in terms of missed patches within Nick's Patcher, but I'm going to give you my perspective of the actual of its function, really. I mean, and the reason I thought I'd do this is I was talking to somebody recently and they said that they'd rather just keep everybody to 20. Now, I'm a big fan of it. That's the bottom line of it. I'm a really big fan of it. And a good example here is going to be Kevin De Bruyne. Forget the fact that I've sold him and that he's always injured and shit. But De Bruyne, you can see, he's got a dribbling of 26, decisions 22, crossing 27, passing 28. Now, if you've got a player that you're contemplating playing, either him or De Bruyne, and you've not got the uncapping on, and they all say 20, this player that you're looking at might just be 20, whereas De Bruyne is passing 28. That is the difference for me. That is a massive, massive difference. And De Bruyne is a great example in Season 1, because he starts absolutely insane. I mean, look at him. The uncapping, of course, really kicks in towards the end of the season, towards the end of the first season within the update, in terms of players increasing. Haaland, De Bruyne, the likes of Mbappe, and a few selected others start with insane figures. Salah as well. Haaland, if you're going to have to decide who you're going to have up top, Haaland or him, or whoever, look at Haaland. You're not dropping Haaland, are you? Because not every attribute can go above 20, I should point out. Not everyone. It's only some certain ones, and clearly the certain ones are the ones that you see before you. Dribbling, finishing 28. They can go as high as 45, I believe. I think some can go to 45. But for me personally, it's a bit of a game changer. You know, we've all done it before, where we look at the comparing players. And I can't take that as gospel, that comparing feature here. You know, I like to use my imagination. If you look at Foden, now Foden, I've had a season as Man City, and Foden he's increased rapidly. Now, of course, if you didn't have the capping on, if you had it capped at 20, you wouldn't notice that. I can see, I mean, he's had a cracking season. Obviously, he's only got the two attributes that have gone through the roof. Rodri, let me just find Rodri. Rodri is another one who has gone through the roof, and he's just an absolute monster. So, for me, the uncapping is a game changer, and it's a bit like the fourth column of attributes. Really, it's not a cheat or anything like that, but it's a game changer for you to adapt. And now, when you get to the end of the first season on the update, you'll see a lot more players having developed, and you'll see a lot more wonderkids. And I'll show you, give you an example of a wonderkid. There's a striker at Aston Villa, Rory Wilson. There you go. Look at Rory Wilson. He looks he is a sack of shit in a sense, but he's finishing 21 off the ball, 21. Now, if you were a little team and you picked him up, and you probably could, he's not worth loads. He's on a little wage. He's out of contract. I'll try and get him actually at the end of the season. He would score some goals at lower leagues, and then he can just develop. And I remember this Rory Wilson. I think he's got high potential, and he did have a high potential in one of the previous updates, the last one or two, because I remember getting him in one of my games. I want to say Salford, and it was something similar like that. You know, whereas if it was capped, it just says 2020. It doesn't quite look as appealing, does it? It really don't. Let's take a look now then at trying to think who else might. Right. So I brought a striker. I brought a striker. Let me show you this Argentine striker that I brought. Yeah, him. Now he's only young. But look at him. I mean, you know, there's going to be potential in this guy. I don't know if he was generated in. I think he already started at River. What a fucking player. He's not going to get in ahead of Haaland. Well, he's not going to get ahead of Haaland for several years. Haaland needs a new contract. Let's quickly offer him that now. Just to sort of, don't even know if he's going to take it. Okay. So that's just my honest views. Goalkeepers, they can go above 20. But I know they can only go above 20 in positioning and passing. I don't know about the actual goalkeeping attributes, if they can exceed 20. I don't think they can, but, you know, let me know your views about the uncapping. Some people are for it, some people are against it, and it's each to their own. So that's all from me, guys. Take it easy.